I'm here with Thunder Fan Zone Landon. We're going to be
Yo,
doing a Game 6 preview. So, obviously, we know last night OKC took Game 5 at home 120 to 109 in a relatively easy battle until the Pacers cut it to 2. But OKC quickly went on a 7-0 run after that and took the game. Uh, we saw yesterday Haliburton went down early, didn't look good. The rest of the game, he did end up playing around 35 minutes, so he was out there, but he wasn't as effective as he normally is. And MRI came out today saying calf strain.
strain.
We don't know how bad it is, but we know he'll be playing. I think both of us here think that they're trying to pull kind of what Denver did with Gordon. I think they'll do that up until the last minute, but we'll get right into the preview of Game 6. Thunder are in Indiana for Game 6 on Thursday. And I'll let Landon give you his thoughts first.
Crucial game. One game away from winning the finals. Indiana's a better team at home. Role players are going to show up. Their bench is going to show up. They're going to make threes. Doesn't matter if we close out or if we give them space. They're falling. They're going to hit threes that they weren't hitting in Oklahoma City. So with that, we can't let them get second possessions. We're going to have to rebound. They scored 21 second chance points in game 4. Those are detrimental. You get those second chance points, those can win you playoff games. So we really need Chet and Hartenstein to crash the boards, and even the guards get in, get rebounds, and get out in transition and prevent the Pacers from getting extra chances.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to see, how effective Halliburton is on Thursday in Game 6. Up to that, I'm not going to make any predictions on, what we'll see out of him. But, yeah, I completely agree. I think Hartenstein's going to have to come up huge in this Game 6. I think this is the game that's going to really show, why why he's been such a great acquisition for this Thunder team. I know he's already proven it, but this game, I expect him to be really aggressive on the boards and keep making good offensive plays. He's still averaging about like 3 or 4 assists per game, which is very underrated for a center to come in off the bench and do so. I know he's been starting, but he's playing like bench minutes at this point. But I'm
Yeah.
expecting what Landon's saying. I think that we will um, be more aggressive on the boards. I think we know how to win on the road now after the Denver series, the Minnesota series, and now taking Game 4 on the road in this series. Um, I believe that we're going to be they're going to come out super desperate. We're just going to have to weather the storm and make shots. I will say, in order for us to win this game, outside of what Landon said, I think some of the offense is going to have to carry over. I think Caruso is going to have to step up like he has been all series. He had a kind of a dud yesterday, but he was still super impactful. But he's going to have to score the ball on Thursday. We're going to need guys like Keeson Wallace to step up and make a few threes like he did last night. And hopefully Aaron Wiggins, his offense could travel with him to
Yeah.
Indiana.
I do
Maybe
want
have
to
that for that.
I do want to chime in on that. He's averaging 11.7 points in his last 3 games at home, but he's only averaging 2 points in his last 3 games on the road. So what that entails to me is that a guy like Caruso or Wallace, who kind of is better at staying calm on the road, if that trend continues and Aaron Wiggins only drops 2 or 3 or 4 points, then a guy like Caruso is going to have to bring an energy on the road and use his veteran presence to his advantage and his experience in the finals and kind of help with that scoring disappearing for us.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I also think a guy who's been super underrated in this series has been Lou Dort. His 3-point shooting ability has been fantastic the last couple of games. I'm hoping his shooting could also travel into this Game 6. I mean, he's been pretty much lights out when he does shoot the ball. He only got 1 3-point attempt up in Game 4, but he did make it right before it flashed to the Friday the 13th scene on ESPN. Good job, ESPN. But listen, in my eyes, we're clearly better when we play the right way, when we play our brand of basketball, the Thunder way of basketball.
Saw it in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely saw it in the first quarter. Um, and I believe we're gonna win, and this is why I believe we're gonna win on Game 6. And I think we might disagree here, but I think we've been here multiple times now on the road in a pivotal game, um, and we're gonna learn from that Denver series. We clearly learned in that Minnesota series. We ended up taking Game 4 on the road. I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna look, but I know I have full trust in SGA to make his shots, get his 30 whatever efficiently. Hope that he could also be a playmaker like he was last night. I have full faith in Jalen Williams. On the road, he's been fantastic this playoff, and Chet Holmgren has been also better on the road than he has been at home statistically. Um, so I think our stars will step up, and like we said, it's just going to take one of those guys out of Caruso, Wallace, or Wiggins to have a good game. They don't have to score 20. They just need a solid game off the bench. Um, and with that being said, if Halliburton's actually banged up, there's no way we should lose this game to a bunch of role players. They're very good players. Naismith is good. Nemhard has been great, especially defensively, which I think all of us on this show kind of didn't see the level of aggressiveness and effectiveness he has on the defensive side of basketball. Turner's going to step up.
One thing I know for sure, if Halliburton's a liability with his injury and he's hurting the team, Carlisle's not going to be afraid to pull him off the court.
Right. Understandably so. Last night he did want Haliburton in the game, which why wouldn't you? He's led so many comebacks all playoffs long. He's made the big shots, but he clearly wasn't himself last night. And like Landon said, I agree. If he's not looking great, Carlisle will pull him off. I mean, McConnell was absolutely killing Oklahoma City last night.
Please don't let him become a superstar against us. Please.
Yeah, I'd like to hope that was kind of like a one-quarter flurry for him. I know he's a good player. He's a solid player. He's going to get his little middies, run around the basket, make it tough on the defense. But
it's impressive. Undersized, but he uses it to his advantage.
Yeah, he does. But for a full 4 quarters in a closeout, well, in a elimination game, I don't expect him to go for 20 if he gets Haliburton minutes. I just don't. And it'll take something really special from all of Indiana's role players to close this team out. I think we're clicking on all cylinders right now. And the problem with what I've been seeing is it goes back to what Landon said also, like there's small things that we still have to fix, like second chance battle we have to win. Indiana's kind of been like out hustling us at times during the game. Shea admitted that after Game 4. But I think if we clean those things up, it should be a hard-fought game, but I think we should win it. I really do.
Discipline defensively, too. We were having a lot of trouble with Siakam defensively in Game 4, defending him when he was attacking to the rim without fouling him and just staying straight up.
Right.
I know there was one J-Dub where fans were kind of mad in the arena, but he gave Siakam a little bump with his chest, and the refs were quick to blow a whistle.
Yeah, they're going to give them their calls. We're going to get ours. I mean, it's been pretty evenly called throughout the whole series. I think the difference is like 4 free throws right now, and that comes down to late game fouls by the Pacers. Another stat for Indiana that benefits them at home. I mean, they're 7-3 at home this year. Clearly, we took one of those in Game 4, but they've been fantastic. The magic number, I think Landon and I have both said this multiple times, is 110 points. If they don't score over 110, they lose every time. And we've been able to hold them under 110 2 games in a row now. And 3 out of the 5 games we played. So that's the number. If we could come in and play defense, we're going to win the game.
Have to take pride in our defense.
But yeah, it's just going to come down to timely shots, trusting, the work that the team's put in. I think J-Dub's going to be great. I think Shea's going to be great. I think Chet will knock down shots. He's been easily the best rim protector in this series, and that will continue to be the case. And it's just going to take one of Hartenstein, Wallace, Wiggins, or Caruso. And I think we're going to get it done.
No, people think J-Dub scoring is going to vanish the next game, just like non-Thunder fans, just like the casual NBA fan. They're like, he's not doing that again. That's a one-time occurrence. But I just think his confidence is on an all-time high right now. I think he's actually going to come into Indiana, and he's Gonna put
Absolutely.
on another show. Maybe not 40 points. That was insane, but I think he's gonna be a secondary scorer next to Shea, and I think we've got a little 1-2 punch going in Oklahoma City now.
Absolutely. I mean, people who have been saying that don't realize that in the 2 games on the road, he put up 26 and 27. So he was there. I think one thing that's been great for him is he's been getting to the line. He's been super aggressive. He's starting the game out with dunks and free throws, and then expanding throughout the game with middies and 3-point shots. And if his 3-point shot is falling, Indiana has no chance. That's
I
just the way.
love I love when he gets to that mid-range shot at the top of the key. That shot is so money for him. It's almost
Yeah,
nothing but net every time he shoots it. Goes
yeah,
off his hands, and I know it's going in.
yeah. There's certain shots where you can see the level of confidence in himself when he shoots it. You're like, oh wow, that's another bucket. Before it even goes in. So yeah, I mean, I guess we get into predictions here. You kind of heard mine. I think Shea's going to be there. I think J Dub's going to be there. I think Chet's going to be there. I think they're at the end of the day they're going to be too much, especially with a banged up Halliburton. I'd be surprised if OKC loses this game. Truthfully, I think we're going to win the game. Score prediction. I mean, we'll give it like 112 to 106. OKC.
I need to check something. I haven't actually looked at the spread.
I think it's 5, 5.5, 6.
Let's see. 6.5 in favor of the Thunder right now.
There you go.
Sure it could swing before the game starts, but for now.
Yeah, 6.5, and that, that sounds about right to me. I mean, I think we'll be winning. We'll probably hit a few free throws to close it out, and win by 6 or so.
No. Yeah. I
What do you
think this
got?
game's I think this game's totally going to come down to the wire, and I think Pacers threes are going to keep them in this game. I feel like they're going to have a still hot game from three. I think we're going to get some Naismith threes, unfortunately, some Nimhart threes. I think Haliburton's going to end up playing a normal game through the injury. I don't know if he'll be effective, but I think he's the thing with the way he plays, even if he's hurt, like his game isn't completely reliant on scorer. He can just be a passer.
Right.
I think he's going to hit some open guys for some threes. I think it's going to come down to free throws and 3-point shooting. And Indiana's a good team in the clutch, and at home, they're a lot more dangerous in the clutch. And with the crowd behind them, I think they're just. I have a gut feeling they're going to beat us in a nail biter. Sadly. I do think if they beat us in a close one in this game, we come around and we dominate them in Game 7 in Oklahoma City, like no question.
Absolutely.
I think it will be a beatdown, but
well, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely two sides to this game. There's two ways this game could go, and you got it here. I mean, I don't disagree. Well, let me rephrase that. I mean, I could see the way what you're talking about. Indiana coming out super hot, knocking down a lot of shots at home.
And also before that Game 4, they were undefeated in the playoffs after a loss. That was the first time they lost a game after losing a game. So
yeah, I could completely see that, but I think we're hitting. I think we're peaking right now as a team, Oklahoma City. I think with the confidence instilled in J Dub, and we know how Shea plays, and we've seen how Chet plays on the road. And with the banged up Halliburton, I just don't see them. I just don't see. I could see Indiana fighting to the very end. I think they're going to put like a very good battle in this Game 6, but I think they're going to come up short. I think it's just OKC's too much.
Especially since they're just one of those teams, when they catch a little bit of momentum, they just build on it. That's why they never go away.
Right. The one reason that I will disagree is this is fully saying if Halliburton's banged up, right? You could have the best role players in the world knocking down shots. At some point in that game, you're going to have to give the ball to somebody, and they're going to have to continue to create plays for you, and you're going to have to rely on that. I think Siakam's great. I don't think he's the level of star of Shea.
No.
And I don't think they can match that. I really do.
I also think he looks better against us because we don't have, or we have Chet and Hardenstein. Chet can definitely hold his own against him. He's just bigger and
Right.
more physical, probably
Right.
more physical players.
So, like, the way I'm thinking is if it comes down to a fourth quarter and Haliburton's not clicking, I don't see us losing. Indiana's gonna fight. They're gonna knock down shots. I don't
Take
see us.
this as a good thing though. Normally when I predict something like this, I'm pretty much wrong 90% of the time. So
No, I mean, it's actually great to see the two aspects of what can happen, though. I mean, we talk our real opinion on this show, and listen, he said it, and I completely agree. If we do lose in Game 6, I think it'll be a wash in Game 7. I really do. I mean, I would like to close it out in 6. I don't want to have the anxiety of a Game 7. I don't want to have the, okay, now we just gave them a chance to do something special, which this Indiana Pacers team has been all playoff long, is that word special, but I just don't see it happening for them. I think it'll run out. They're going to run out of,
the
you
voodoo
know,
magic.
yeah, if you want to call it that, if you want to call it just role players playing extremely well. I think at the end of the game, I'm taking the best player on the floor 10 times out of 10. And with a banged up Haliburton, we might have the two best players on the floor. So I got
Hey,
OKC.
I do have a note though. If Scott Foster's reffing this game, we're winning. I changed my mind. We're winning.
They didn't come out with the officials yet, right?
No, they don't do it till the morning of the game.
There you go. So we have that. Landon has the Pacers forcing a Game 7 unless Scott Foster officiates the game. I have no matter what. I have OKC in 6. And another thing, before this series started, we were all talking. I was like, it should be OKC in 5, but being an Oklahoma City fan, even when you win, some things go wrong. And I said that we're going to win this championship on the road. It's not going to be in front of the home fans. It's just not. It's just an Oklahoma City thing. But I still have faith that we're going to win. So either way, I got Thunder in 6.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that'll do it here. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. It is free to do. It's free to do, so you might as well just do it. But yeah, we got Thunder in 6 or Thunder in 7, unless Scott Foster is the official.
Yeah, and wouldn't be a podcast if we always agreed.
Exactly. All right. We will see you guys on Thursday. And Thunder up, baby. Let's go.